Hey guys, how are you? Okay, so I wanted to come and show you this little mask that I've been using. It's like a bubbly face mask. Absolutely love this. Okay, so it's in this little one. I love it because it's like kind of like a travel one. So I don't know if you guys, have you ever done like a bubbly, if I can get it to come out, crepes. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna rub it into my face, and then it's gonna get bubbly here in a second. If you've never used like a bubbly face mask before, it is crazy. Like, it's crazy. Like, look at it. Like, you can feel it. Look at that. So I've been using this bubbly face mask for a week or so. Absolutely. Actually, I love the way like it feels on my face when it tingles. But one of the things that drew me to it, I'm always like, I mean, if you guys know me, you know, like I'm absolutely into skincare. I love skincare. Like, skincare is my jam. It doesn't matter. If I like it, I'm going to use it, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific product. Hi, Kimberly. It doesn't have to be necessarily a specific product. If I like it, I'm going to use it, right? So what drew me to this little bubbly mask is that it actually has BTX in it, and it's like a plumping, how do I explain this? It's like a plumping, it plumps and supports like your dermis layer, which, like, if you don't know for sure, like there's different layers of the skin. There's like the dermis and the epidermis and all that scientifical stuff. But it actually helps relax your expression lines in your face. Okay. So it helps with that dermis level. So that was really attractive to me. It was really sexy to me that it did that. But also I liked how it had, marula kernel in it. You're like, whatever the hell that is. Marula kernel, was really, sexy to me because it actually helps with hydration. It also helps with, like skin damage, antioxidants. Like, we all have the skin damage, but it also has like green coffee in it. It also has like sunflower. If you know anything about sunflower, I've talked to you guys about sunflower. It helps with inflammation, all that fun stuff. So all you have to do is you can put this, you obviously want to clean your face, but you want to make sure your face is dry when you put this in. You notice how fast like it bubbled on me. So what you want to do is, let me think for a second so I'm telling you right. So you can use this like 2 to 3 times a week. So you just want to take whatever's left over and you just want to blend it in. And then you want to take a warm washcloth. Okay. So you're going to take this warm washcloth, which is going to take me a second. But if you notice here, guys, like the inflammation of my skin has gone down completely. And I'm only using it once a week because for me to use, look at that. I've got ice cream on my face. How embarrassing. I came home and had an ice cream sandwich. Look at that. So you can use this a couple times a week, but I'm telling you guys, if you've never used a bubbly mask before, it freaking feels crazy. I also started using a new eye cream I want to show you guys. It actually has caffeine in it. Absolutely love it. What do you want? Yeah. Okay, go on. Go on. Okay, so then I'm just going to take this washcloth. I'm going to wash this off here. Go on, Bubby. I'm going to give you guys a bath here in a minute. Make sure you're careful when you're removing stuff off of your face because quite literally you can actually cause more damage. Hey, give me that. You can cause more damage if you rub your face. Okay. Love this mask. Okay, so I'm going to take this other one and I'm just going to pat my face dry. So I've been loving that mask. It's been making a huge difference. And then I've been using this new eye cream. Loving it. I keep it in this little tube thing here because it's just easier for me to, turn the light on. Don't do that. It's easier for me to tote it around and I don't get it lost. I don't get it lost because let's just face it, in this house I lose about everything. I'm losing my mind, honestly. I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind. Okay, so I'm on the live. Please be quiet. Okay, so I really like this. If you know anything, I'm on the live here. Please go. Both of you go. Okay, go use the one in our room. Okay, so if you guys know, I love these little,
when you get done, can I move this bathroom?
Yeah. So if you guys know, I love these little metal titanium little patch things for underneath the eye because it's really cool. So like me putting it here, it's like super cool to the touch. Like it's super cool. So it helps with that inflammation. Get out. So I thought this was super, super sexy with this. I also like the smell of it. The smell is really, really good. It actually has caffeine in it, which was very, 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 very attractive to me. And the reason why is because it actually causes if you know anything about caffeine with your blood vessels, it actually causes your blood vessels to contract. And it actually reduces that inflammation and that puffiness when you have like that caffeine. So people are like, oh my gosh, if I use caffeine, I'm going to be up all night. It's not like you're using like a whole cup of coffee, right? It's just a little bit of caffeine. Will you please stop? So it actually causes those blood. Lance, can you get him out of here, please? Thank you. He's slamming the doors and stuff. So it causes those blood vessels to restrict underneath the eyes. So like it helps remove those fine lines, wrinkles, crow's feet. But it has hyaluronic acid. So if you know anything about hyaluronic acid, I talk about that all the time. Hyaluronic acid is really, really important, especially when you're doing anti-aging, because it attracts moisture, hydration. So when you're dealing with underneath your eyes, that's really, really, really important. Let's see here. Let's see here. What else? It has algae in it. If you don't know anything about algae is really good for anti-aging. Because it has the marine compounds. Remember, I've told you guys that before, actually mimics, what's the word I'm looking for? It mimics, a chemical based, but it's natural, like it's botanical. And then it has like a yeast and a butter in it. So, it has like sugars and vitamins, amino acids, and it has emollient and seed butter to restore the skin elasticity. But what I loved the most was that it had the caffeine in it. So you're like, how do I use this? So you just sit there. Now I will not push this underneath on my eye because I do not, this is a new one. Because I do not want to put any pressure underneath my eye. So I just pump it. And then I'm just going to go in. And I'm just going to, and I probably could, I could just take it like this. Hi there. Hey there. Okay. So I know that you can pump it on there, but I'm not. I'm not pumping it on there. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. I think I pumped too much out, which is fine. So I'm just taking a little bit of whatever's extra and I'm just gonna put it over in here. I always take whatever's gonna be good over here for like crow's feet is gonna be good for this area too. Because it's the same skin elasticity, okay? So anything I put underneath my eyes, I tend to bring around here because it's gonna help too. And we always have doggy bags, right? So we wanna make sure we're using that all to our best usage. So I don't like to just sit there and pump it. I'll use my finger. Obviously you wanna make sure your fingers are clean, but I'm gonna pump it here and then I'm gonna put it on because I don't wanna put pressure underneath my eyes. So again, I found this to be a really sexy product because I like that it had the caffeine in it. So again, if you weren't on here earlier, caffeine really helps with the restriction of like your blood vessels and reduction of that inflammation. So when you reduce that, it's gonna make the fine lines, yes, on your 11 lines. So I've been using the bubble mask on my face for probably about a week and a half now. And I've noticed like the redness and the melasma has completely, my redness has like really started to fade down. I never really used a bubble mask before, but I found it to be, yeah, that's what I did, yeah. Oh, duh. I told you guys, this is why I went to college for criminology, not for makeup, right? Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Okay, so, but the thing was I really, I saw this girl, she was using like this bubbly mask and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? And I thought, this has got to be super tingly to her skin. And so as soon as I put it on there, I'm not kidding you, it feels like, I don't even know how to explain the feeling of like a bubbly mask on your face, but it like it's like, I don't know, it's like crazy feels good. I don't know how to explain it, but I liked the fact that it had the BTX in it, which actually causes you to, like, it gets to that dermis layer, which like I told you guys before, you have like the different layers of your dermis. You have the dermis, you have the epidermis, you have all these scientific layers. But what I like the most is that it actually, helps, it like plumps and helps keep those like expression lines. It keeps them like tightened and toned and plumped. So for me, that was really, really important. And I talked a little bit about marula and coffee and all that other stuff. Yeah, it triggers all the senses. Yeah. So for me, it was like super, super satisfying. I'm a satisfying person. Like I'll admit it. Hi, I'm Crystal and I watch the pimple popper videos like at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like that's just me. I find those things satisfying. So I really liked this foaming facial with advanced BTX in it, which was really sexy to me. And then I liked the eye cream, okay, because it had the coffee in it, okay? So yeah, it does relax your facial muscles. And that's the first thing that I noticed. Now, I don't know if any of you have struggled with like using a face mask. Like I'm oily skinned, so like combination to oily. So when I use face masks, I have to be very careful. So a lot of people don't realize that when you use face masks, sometimes like your face comes out like this. And then like 10 minutes later, you feel like super oily, you feel super, tight. That's, yeah, I love ASMR videos too. Except I don't do like this. Like I'm not like, I don't sit there and go like, like that. I don't like those ones. Like the long nails drive me crazy. But what I was going to say was that with masks and stuff, I have to be super careful because I don't want my face to get more oily. So if you've ever struggled with oily skin, yes, Kimberly, I can send you some information on that. You don't want to strip the natural oils from your skin. A lot of masks have like benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acids, and those types of things, which actually strip the natural layer of your skin. So that's why you'll feel tight, and then like 10 minutes later, you'll feel super oily. So what I noticed about this was, even though it was tingly, I didn't feel like 10 minutes later that my skin was like overproducing oil, right? It didn't strip that natural layer of oil from my skin. So I wasn't feeling like I had to have tons of product on in order to get that face to feel hydrated, right? Especially in the wintertime, you don't want that, because in the wintertime, our skin is going to be a lot more drier. But if you look here, what I love the most is you can see just from that mask how like hydrated my skin looks. You can see here how much more hydrated underneath my eyes are. So just from that mask, I should have just done half and half so you guys could have seen it. But I'm just using the little tiny one that I have here, this little tiny foaming one. It comes in like a big pumper. Oh, where's one that I can show you, like a size? I don't have it here, but it comes in one that's like about that big, and then it like pumps like that. So, and you can just do it with a dry face. You wash your face, like all masks, you'll want to wash your face, then put it on, leave it on for about 5 to 10 minutes. Mine, obviously, when you came on here, you saw it dissolved really, really fast. And so then you just want to take the rest of it and wipe it in and then rub it off with a warm washcloth. And as I suggested, you want to make sure that you don't use a rough washcloth like I used. And if you do, make sure you just pat your masks off, because you don't want to irritate or make the skin think, or trick the skin into thinking that you are like making it more abrasive, right? Because the more that you push or pull, like the more of your natural oil you pull off. So you just want to be like, I like microfiber cloths. That's my Bubbly mask. So if you want to know what this Bubbly mask is, I absolutely love this. It is thebomb.com, and I'm loving this new eye cream, because let's just look right here. Like, look at the underneath the eyes, just from what you guys have noticed. The other thing I've noticed is my pores. Now, I don't have horrible pores, but I used to have like horrible, you guys are like, Crystal's getting way up in there. Really bad, like just right in this area, blackheads. Like, you'll notice people with really oily skin will have really big pores right here. I don't have horrible pores, but right in here, I have horrible pores. Okay, and you can see here, like my capillaries that have popped. Those are capillaries that have popped from me popping zits. Okay, see these little capillaries here? I'm getting really close and personal with you guys. These are capillaries from having acne, okay? Pushing or pulling or something of the skin, right? Those are things we don't want to do, because this is what happens, right? So I just suggest being very careful. This is years of acne, pushing and pulling and tearing and pulling. But what I was going to say was, I had really bad like blackheads right in here. And I noticed like when that mask went in there, like you could literally see it go into that pore and it like pops up. So I noticed that it helped diminish that appearance. Like, obviously you have to go get those extracted, but I noticed that it diminished the appearance of it, and it helped diminish the appearance of just a little bit of what I have right in here. So you can never get your pores to go away unless you get them extracted. Like, you have to go get them professionally extracted. I would never say that you can, but I like how it made it diminish a little bit. So my skin feels so great. I don't feel oily. I don't feel anything like that. So if you want to know what this little Bubbly mask is, hey Lauren, make sure you comment below and I can share it with you. Like I said, it feels like absolutely amazing. And I just used the little trial one and it was awesome. And then I got the full size of the eye cream. And I love that it was, that it had the caffeine in it. And it literally feels like super, 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 it feels super good underneath my eyes. Hi, Allison. Okay, guys, I'm going to hop off of here. Again, if you want scoop on this little trial size thing that I have here, comment below and I can shoot this over to you. So hope you guys have a great night. Make sure you are being kind, because kindness is trending.